Neutron 3's gate is laid out like the compressors. There's a spectrum analyzer and a histogram. You can enable and set the cutoff frequencies for low-pass and high-pass filters in the sidechain, and you can create up to 3 bands for a multiband operation. Just as in the compressors, each band can be soloed and bypassed, and the crossover points can be dragged, and the second 2 bands can be disabled, just as in the other multiband modules. In Neutron 3, there are separate threshold controls to set the levels at which the gate opens and closes. Typically, gain reduction, gating, kicks in when the signal level drops below a set threshold level, and the gate opens back up when the signal level again rises above that threshold. Often, an additional hysteresis control is available that offsets that level, in effect providing a different threshold for when the gate opens back up. This was how the gate in the previous version of Neutron worked. Different close and open threshold levels can sometimes help to prevent chattering when a signal hovers around the threshold and the gate rapidly opens and closes, not the effect desired. With most gates that offer it, hysteresis is intended to help eliminate this by offsetting the main threshold setting to achieve the desired gating action without having to compromise on the overall effectiveness of the gating. Neutron 3's gate implements this functionality directly as 2 separate thresholds, one that sets the level below which the gate closes, and another that sets the level above which the gate opens back up. Instead of knobs or sliders, these settings are now implemented graphically, just as in the compressor, as movable lines which the user can drag to set the best values, referencing the waveform display. The value in dB for each is shown. This can be a quicker and more intuitive way to set threshold and hysteresis. The rest of the controls are in the usual floating panel. Ratio can be set to dial up gentler expansion or more aggressive gating at the higher settings. The usual attack and release controls let you make those critical settings. For more transparent gating, a fast attack will better preserve transients, and the release would be set to preserve the natural decays of signals as they fall below the threshold. For more creative applications, like envelope control of drums, a shorter release can be dialed up for effect. Hold works in conjunction with the release, maintaining the signal level for the set value after the threshold is crossed before the release kicks in. This can be helpful for both maintaining natural decays and creatively altering the envelope, as in the upcoming examples. The gate also includes a smaller gain reduction meter and the same per-band sidechain options as the other modules, which can be utilized to set up classic gating effects like triggering a burst of noise to enhance a snare drum, or gating a bass track controlled by the kick track to tighten up the timing between the two. In that last application, the hold and release controls can also be used to further shape the bass's envelope. Just like other modules, the gate can be operated in single-band or multi-band mode. Basic single-band operation can be employed for any of the standard corrective uses, like eliminating background noise or leakage in a recording.
We're still spinning around, but there's something that's gone on our way. There's a new flu in town. We're still spinning around, but there's something that's gone on our way. There's a new flu in town.
As well as for more creative applications, like the ones I mentioned. Multiband mode can be utilized for more effective operation in either corrective or creative applications. Here's an example of the latter. 3 bands of gating are set to apply aggressive gating and envelope control to a snare drum, shortening its decay and altering its tone via the midband, while leaving the kick and hi-hat relatively untouched. Next up, the exciter.